Goodness, just listening to the testimony, I'm already excited. Happy new month, everyone. This is the first day of the month of March, and what a best and perfect time to kick off by being very intentional and conscious of your health. So we're excited to have you. If you're joining us from anywhere or any part of the world, welcome. We're really, really excited to have you. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we are not going to keep you here too long, all right? We're going to be as concise, as direct, as simple as possible. Pay close attention, stay close, follow us closely so you don't lose us. And my advice is this: make sure you don't miss the offer that will be given to you at the end of this, because we are not looking at working with a lot of persons. We're looking at selecting just a few people that we will work closely with them so that the next 30 to 90 days will be a completely different story health-wise for them, all right? And we're going to be breaking down why your medications alone is not enough to sustain your recovery from having high blood pressure or being diabetic. So if you can see my slide and you can see and hear me clearly, drop in the chat box ready. You can see my slide, you can hear me clearly, drop ready in the chat box, because I want you to be as close as possible, pay close attention, follow me closely, don't lose me anywhere. You would leave this place at the end with a clear understanding of what has been going on in your body. Because all this while you don't understand how. We don't used to have this thing in our family. Okay, my dad had it, my mom had it, it's a hereditary disease, it's a hereditary, and now they are telling you too, before you know it, that you're having high blood pressure or your high blood sugar. Before you know it, diabetic. So what exactly is the problem? Diabetes and high blood pressure are the same disease. Stay close, pay close attention, follow me closely. You see these two things, they are in the same WhatsApp group. They are in the same class. Their teacher, now one and the same. All right? They are not different. They are together on this journey. If you're listening to me, probably you have high blood sugar. Eventually, if you don't do something about it to tackle the root cause, it will grow to become, diabetes type 2. And before you know it, high blood pressure will come into the equation. And before you know it, so many other things will attach itself and start trooping in. But you see these particular two, high blood pressure and diabetes, they are usually the first sign. For some of you, you already have high blood pressure. Your sugar seems to be normal. Nothing is wrong with it. You're glad, thank God. But if you continue on this same track, on this same pathway, before you know it, your sugar will start becoming a problem. And gradually, it will become full-blown diabetes. So pay close attention. Taking pills for both will not fix the root cause. It will not. Otherwise, since you had the first prescription after the diagnosis was done by a doctor, you had the first prescription drug given to you. That was 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 12 months ago, 3 years ago, 8 years ago, 6 years ago. How come you can't get off that drug? How come the minute you stop it, maybe a day or 2, 3 days, you're back at it, because you already know your body is doing you somehow. You can't just get off that drugs. Why is it that the drugs are not doing the job? Because the mindset about a lot of people is that, okay, the drugs will take care of it. Once I stay on the drugs, I'm taking it consciously and intentionally. I'm sticking to the prescription the way the doctor gave it to me. Eventually, my sugar will come down on its own and everything will be fine. I'm telling you now that those medications alone will not do the job. So these two diagnoses have one root cause. All right? The two, diabetes, high blood pressure, are from the same tree. They just have their different branches of the same tree. So your doctor is treating them separately. giving you different drugs for high blood pressure, another set of drugs for diabetes or high blood sugar. Sometimes you even have two separate specialists that you used to see. Some people have a basket of drug in their house. And if they bring out all their high blood pressure drugs, they used to take like 3 to 4, 5 different types of high blood pressure drugs. Then the diabetes drug, they have 3 to 4 to 5 plus injection for some people. You're already insulin dependent. You're taking injections already. And you have all sorts of specialists you're seeing, and they are treating you and managing you separately for years. But your body doesn't see these two diseases as different. It is seeing one broken system. So the two are springing forth from the same origin. Insulin is the connection to the two of them. Pay close attention. Insulin is the problem. Insulin is the main thing that connects these two. That's the tree where these two things spring out from. Now, when insulin is high, your cells will refuse to absorb glucose anymore. Glucose is when any food you eat, your body breaks it down to what it can understand before absorbing it. There are classes of food that when you eat them, your body will break it down to glucose. There are classes of food that when you eat them, your body will break it down to proteins. There are classes of food that when you eat them, it will convert to fat. Now, those ones that the body breaks down to glucose can get to the point when that glucose, it breaks it down to, your cells will refuse to absorb them anymore. And when it does, the sugar now goes to your blood. Then they start telling you, you have high blood sugar. And if it continues unchecked, increasing over time, it is now full-blown diabetes. So this one is involving your cells. Now, this same insulin, because it is high, your kidneys will now refuse to let go of the salt that you're eating, that comes in your food and in every other thing that goes into your mouth. And as long as your kidney holds on to salt, your blood pressure will shoot up. Your blood pressure will go up, because this insulin is what tells the kidney, let go of the salt. Your kidney is one of the filter system of your body. This is how your body filters waste and toxins, what it doesn't need anymore, or what is in excess that it doesn't need for use anymore. It filters it through the kidney. Your liver is another way your body filters waste and toxin, and your lymphatic system is another way. All right. So when your kidneys no longer respond to insulin, your kidneys will start holding on to salt. Now, it doesn't mean that the salt is the problem. Remember, those of you that have high blood pressure, your doctors will tell you, don't eat more salt. Why? Because if you're eating more salt, your body is not going to filter it out. It can no longer filter it out, so it becomes a problem. But that doesn't mean that the salt itself is the problem. No, you need salt as a human being. You need a lot of salt, in fact. If they take you into any hospital and they put a drip on you, what do you think that drip is? What do you think is in the drip? Go and Google it, go and search it. It will shock you the amount of salt that is in that drip. That's the first thing they flood your system with. Salt, drip, so that your cells can absorb nutrient water fast. Because that is what opens the potassium pump on your cells to allow a lot of nutrients. It forces it in quick so that your veins will not collapse and every other things will start packing up. So once your kidney begins to hold onto sodium, your blood pressure will go up. And what controls the kidney from holding onto the sodium is still this same insulin. So the same insulin that controls sugar is the same insulin that controls salt. And each of them controls different things. It controls the high blood sugar, diabetes, or high blood pressure. So the same hormone, one problem. I know most of you think there are different problems, especially if you just have, or you're dealing or handling just one. Like if you have high blood pressure, you're thinking that your only problem is high blood pressure. Eventually, you will start seeing high blood sugar if you don't tackle it from the root cause. Eventually, it will get there. If it's only high blood sugar you have, eventually, it will get to high blood pressure before it even goes full-blown diabetic. Before you become or go full-blown diabetic, high blood pressure will come into the equation, because the same hormone is what is controlling these two things. The thing is, it doesn't stop with these two things alone. That's why I said they are all in the same WhatsApp group. They went to the same secondary school. Now the same teacher they all get. They are in the same class. The insulin is the tree. A lot of things can come from there. This same insulin is what ensures that your liver filters out fats. So if you're listening to me here, you're thinking, thank God though, I don't have high blood sugar. I don't have high blood pressure. If you have fatty liver or high cholesterol, you're already inside that WhatsApp group. Oh, you just don't know it yet. If you look at yourself and your tummy is big and you touch it and it's hard, you did that WhatsApp group already. For women, it's a bit different because hormonal issues, especially after birth, can make your belly to be very soft, and stress can also contribute to soft tummy for women. Then you now add fat also, or insulin resistance to the equation. But for most men, once you're looking at your tummy and it is growing and it is hard, you're already having insulin resistance. The funny thing is you can be insulin resistant and your blood pressure, your blood sugar will be normal. The first place it shows up in is actually in your cholesterol. That's one of the ways. That's why after this class, most of you, I will advise you go and do a full lipid panel test. Go and check your cholesterol level, not just the total number, all right? Because you can have a good number. The doctors will tell you your result is okay. But there are things you need to look out for because those things is what will show you whether you are good or not. That class is for our next event and program. If you are smart, you will stay close, all right? So there are so many things that spring off from that same tree. Remember, the main tree itself is insulin. And doctors give each of these different things, the different branches, different name, but they are all branches from one singular tree. Let me make you or help you understand this much better. When you eat food, your body uses the food you eat to generate energy. And your body generates energy using these foods two different ways to provide fuel for you to use. Now, when you eat things like carbohydrates, like your yam, your beans, your sweet potatoes, all the processed food like cakes, pastries, chin-chin, biscuits, sugary fruits like your apples, pineapple, with especially if it is juiced and not the whole fruit. You didn't eat the fruit itself, you juice it. Those of you that like smoothies a lot, you like smoothies like tomorrow no day, you don't like eating the raw fruit, you can't lick the full orange or eat the entire mango, you want to juice it and take the juice. Gather here. When you eat such things, your body converts it to glucose. Your body will digest it and break it down to what it can absorb. And what it absorbs or breaks it down to is glucose. That glucose is sugar in simple man terms. Glucose is just sugar. It's the simplest form of sugar. And your body can only use this glucose for fuel, for energy, nothing else. It can't use it for any other body function except as an energy source. Fuel. Now, when the body uses what it wants, any extra, all the excess, your body will store it as fat. And the thing is, the older you get, the more your body begins to store the excess glucose as fat. I hope you're paying attention. So you can get away with a lot of things in your 20s, some of you even in your 30s. But once you start hitting 35 and above, your body has shifted, it has changed, and your habits have not changed. You're still eating and behaving as if your engine is still a 20-year-old engine, but your engine is crossing into 30 and it is slowing down. So it's not burning as much energy as it used to previously. So it is storing more fat that way. Remember, your body can only use glucose for energy and nothing else. The excess is stored as fat. Guess where this fat is stored? In your liver, around your intestines, around your heart, in your chin, in your neck, in your tummy, in your hand, in your buttocks, anywhere. Because once it stores in the liver and the liver is full, it starts looking for any other place to store all those extra fats that keeps coming in. Why? Because you're not stopping to eat the carbohydrates. You eat carbohydrates morning, afternoon, night. Sometimes even in between, you snack, and all your snacks are carbohydrates. So carbohydrates is constantly coming in. And as your body is digesting it, it is releasing insulin. The hormone insulin is what controls the sugar. Because by the time the food breaks down and turns into glucose, and your body uses it, the excess sugar now that is in your blood that you did not use, it will convert it to fat and now force it into different places as storage. So insulin is what controls sugar to make sure that sugar is not found in your blood. Instead, it will turn it to fat and send it to the liver and send it anywhere to pack it as storage, reservoir, kind of. All right? Now, when your body begins to refuse the fat because everywhere don't choke, no space again to put anything, and insulin is pumping and pumping, and the liver is saying, abeg, I don't full. Stomach is saying, no space here. Back everywhere is saying, abeg, there's nothing here again remaining. Insulin cannot do anything anymore. So the sugar will go into your blood. That's when you start seeing sugar in your blood. So I hope you're getting the picture now. And this doesn't have to do with I'm fat, I'm slim. There are a lot of slim people that are already insulin resistant. They don't know. How will you know? Go and do your cholesterol tests. Go and check what your triglycerides and your LDL levels are looking like. Because you can look very slim and your triglycerides and LDL level can be very high. Just because you're slim, you will eat spaghetti, eat chin-chin, eat puff-puff, eat shawarma, eat all those things you like eating, go to club all night, drink all the alcohol you like, and you're telling yourself, now, so I dey right from time, I know they add weight, no matter wetin I chop, we know they fat for our hand. You know they fat. Better go and check your cholesterol level. You go shock you wetin you go see there. Because that is how it starts. Your lineage may not have it, but now you go first carry and come. Before you know, you go carry and give your child, your pikin. Then it will now become a generational something. That is how we always start. No family, nobody was born having diabetes in their gene. You are the one that will program your gene. By that, program your child's gene to become diabetic in the future based on your lifestyle and what you're eating right now, especially for pregnant women. How you eat when you're pregnant, all those your Coke and Fanta used to drink is puff that is hungering you, small chops, all those things you're eating. You're gradually programming your baby in the tummy to be less resistant to those things. So for you, it may not affect you, but your child can easily be prone to having high blood sugar or being a diabetic. And by the time he now grows and continues that lifestyle, he will transfer the same thing to his own child. Before you know it, will now become a generational health challenge. That is how most people end up getting this. Now, the second source of fuel for your body is animal proteins and fat, which a lot of people, including fellow doctors, have demonized and made look evil. They'll tell you don't eat egg. The fat in egg is going to give you stroke and heart attack. But you're still eating every other thing that your body is converting to fat and storing. You're eating banana, you're eating pineapple, you're drinking smoothies, you're eating bread, you're having oats, you're eating spaghetti, you're having indomie, you're doing buns, you're doing every other thing, but you're doing it in moderation. Your body doesn't understand that moderation thing you're doing. You're the only one that is doing that moderation in your mind. Because as you're doing moderation in your mind, remember you're already insulin resistant. Your body has been storing and choking up everywhere with fat. That little thing you think you're doing moderation with that is entering, that sugar, when you digest it, when it breaks the food down, that little sugar you're thinking is small that I just ate, it's like the cup is almost full, then you're eating little, so it's just dancing at the tip. Before you know it, it will tip over. And when it tips over, you'll be like, but I've been eating well, I've been eating healthy, I've been eating in moderation. How come the sugar is not coming down? Because everywhere is full and choked. So when it comes to animal fat, there is so many other things that your body can do with animal fat. Instead of just fuel like carbohydrates, your body can use animal fat to do brain function. Your body can use animal fats and proteins to build muscle and bone. Your body can use animal fats to grow new, younger cells. Your body uses proteins and animal fats to reduce inflammation. Your body uses animal fat to repair damages that you have been doing to your body. So you're supposed to heal and allow your body recover from the damage that you have done to your liver and your kidney. Remember that when all these fats are storing in the liver, it is not helping the liver, because when there is excess fat around it and surrounding it and choking it, it will not work and function well. It can't beat properly. It can't filter out toxins and waste properly. Why? Because the fat is choking everything. If the vessels are this big, before you know it, by the time fat pack, the thing will now become tiny like this. And you're now wondering how you end up with fatty liver or high cholesterol. And they are giving you drugs to bring it down. But you're still eating the same thing that your body is converting to fat and is storing in the same liver again. So you see, you're taking 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. You're not helping yourself. And all the things you're supposed to be eating that will help your body break down the fat, send it packing. You're not eating those ones because that one is fat. You're seeing the fat. But the one your body is converting to fat and storing that you're not seeing, you are still eating those ones. So there are lots of things that your body does with proteins and with fats, unlike the carbohydrates that is just plain energy and converting excess to fat. When it comes to proteins and fat, your body uses fat as an energy source. Are you aware? All that things you've been storing, that's why most of the ladies in a health optimization program, they go on a diet where they allow their body to now use that reserve it's been storing as an energy source. Then they supply the body the exact nutrients it needs to function optimally daily without thinking about fuel, because fuel is already there. There is reserve of fuel stored already. The body should use the reserve. Allow your body to use that reserve. That is how you begin to burn fat and your cholesterol level drops and your weight drops and you feel better, inflammation reduces, and you grow healthier, younger cells that will make you feel vibrant, mentally alert and sound, and you feel less fatigued, and you feel fresh, you feel rejuvenated, you feel less pain, because the things you're eating is helping your body to heal. All right. So this is how your body processes food when you eat it. And insulin resistant is when your body can no longer respond to insulin again. The insulin is giving your body signal. Your body is saying, I beg, no disturb us, you dey stress us, I beg. After all, everywhere don't full. We don't know why you still dey carry something come here again. There are so many signs. Well, sometimes excess sugar in your blood can get to your eye. It can damage the eye. It can lead to blindness for some people. That's one of the first signs they notice. They will stop seeing with one eye or the other because sugar is excess in the blood. It has gotten to the eye. It's now causing damage there. You start having blurry visions. You can go blank and come back again. All right, that's a sign of insulin resistance already. Your BP might be normal, your sugar might be normal, but you're struggling with eye problem. There are other issues that can lead to eyesight, a problem. But excess blood sugar can also lead to it. All right. Increased thirst. You're just so thirsty. You're drinking water all the time because sugar is sticky, it's gummy, it's always wanting water. And the more of that water you're drinking, the more bloated you are. Dark skin patches. You're just seeing that you're having freckles, keloids, excess skin growing all over your body. You're wondering how. You sleep. You say, this thing no been in my body. Where this thing they come from? That's a sign of insulin resistance already. So tired. You will sleep. You wake up tired. You'll be drawing like a bono. Brain fog all the time. You will sleep and wake up with headache. You will sleep and wake up tired, even though you slept. You sleep and wake up angry. You have tingling sensations in your feet. Tingling sensations in your extremities. You're feeling it. Increased hunger. You eat, highest 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, you're hungry again. All these things are signs of insulin resistance. And it can lead to high blood pressure. It can land you with high blood sugar and eventually diabetes. It can make you gain a lot of weight because remember, your body has been storing fats. So before you know, you will blink 2 months, 3 months. Trouser where you just wear January. Now, 1st of March, you're struggling to button the thing. But in your mind, I'm not eating, no. But everything you've been eating, breakfast, carbohydrate is 70%. Lunch, carbohydrate, 90%. Dinner, carbohydrate, 100%, in fact. Because by the time you do jollof rice, plantain, with maybe moi moi and one tiny salad on the side, you're deceiving yourself. You put salad, then that salad, the salad cream inside, the sugar and the unhealthy fat in it that they finish mixing and put it there. Then they'll now put one small meat or small fish on top, or you carry one turkey wings and hang by the side. In your mind, balanced diet. That plate like that you're looking at, 98% of it is carbohydrates. That's what your body is going to convert it to. And it breaks it down to sugar and it stores the excess as fat. The only thing that your body is going to use to do so many other things in your body is that small turkey wings that is there. Compare the size of that turkey wings with the carbohydrates coming in. Why do you think you're still struggling year in, year out to bring or stabilize your blood sugar? Constant hunger, because carbohydrates last highest 2 hours in your system. Your body has digested it. Then you're already hungry again. But protein stays 6 hours. 6 hours. And in the meantime, as your body is breaking down that protein, it is forced to use more fat to break it down because protein is dense, nutrient dense. That's why nutrition must be used to correct blood pressure and diabetes. So it's not just about medication. The main thing is nutrition to allow your body heal. There are 2 approaches to this thing. Most of you now, your current approach is you're either on metformin for sugar, amlodipine for blood pressure, statin for cholesterol, some of you glucophage, some of, in fact, I don't even want to start calling drug names here because some of you have like 2 or 3 blood pressure drugs, 3 different, some of you are already even insulin injection dependent. As in, you're already taking injections, insulin injections to be able to control your blood sugar. You know, and you have 3 different doctors that are helping you manage all these different things. But those 3 different things are just one thing that is with 3 different branches. Or you can go the route of dealing with the root cause by fixing the main problem, which is insulin resistance, and watch your blood sugar crash, watch your cholesterol stabilize, watch your blood pressure balance and improve. All right? Because research is clear. 80% of type 2 diabetics also have hypertension. 80%. So that's why I said your own might be you just have high blood pressure. It's only a matter of time you start seeing high blood sugar. For some of you, it's high blood sugar. It's just a matter of time. High blood pressure will enter it because the 2 are from the same tree, just different branches. So there are so many ways you can go around this. All right. And that's part of what we have in our health optimization program. With the people that come on board our program, we put them through a special 30-day program to help them. And most of them in the first 10 days, the blood sugar just crash. Suddenly, the blood pressure they've been struggling with for just stabilize. And before you know it, gradually, we start managing their medications with their doctors and they get off it completely. Because they target, what we do here targets the root cause. It's not just massaging the sickness. It is dealing with the main thing that is causing the sickness to come out in the first place. All right? So save this connection. Whenever you see diabetes, just know that it is insulin resistance showing up in the blood. Wherever you hear hypertension, high blood pressure, BP, just know that it is still the same insulin resistance showing up in blood pressure. One problem, one fix, just lower insulin. That is all. Lower the insulin. Because your drugs are not going to help your body lower the insulin permanently. All it does is it helps you manage the sugar that comes in whenever you eat for that day. That's why you have to keep taking the drugs every time you eat to manage sugar that comes from your food. It doesn't tell your body we need to heal so that the body itself cannot start managing sugar on its own. How do you reverse both at once? This is where we come in with our pillar, the 4 pillars of the things we run everybody that plugs into our health optimization with, for the next 30 days. We talk about sleep, we talk about exercise, we talk about nutrition, and finally, we talk about stress, how you manage stress, because these 4 things put together is what you have to deal with to be able to stabilize and manage your blood sugar. All right. So if I were you, I will not miss the offer at the end. And believe you me, we have a lot of persons that are more than willing to work with us, but we are looking for just few people because our full attention will be plugged in on them. When I tell you we are monitoring your sleep, when I tell you you must go out and do sun check, you have to do the exercises and every food you eat. In fact, we tell you exactly what to eat and we police it. And if you go off, we know because it will definitely show up. All right. And you post your blood pressure and your blood sugar every 2 to 3 days. We are seeing, we are monitoring it and we are checking and we are asking questions. So we have an amazing community and we have an amazing platform where we do all that. So we're going to bring a couple of our partners to testify, share their testimony on their journey so far, being in our program and what they've experienced. And finally, our top consultant, the Vital Mentor, is going to come on board and she will be the one to tell you and let you know how you can plug in and be a part of what we are doing. That's if you are here and you want to finally, for once and for all, turn the situation around and not be drug dependent, not be medication dependent for the rest of your life, because there is hope. It can be reversed. Thank you so much. Thank you. Kosi, Oliver, back to you.